Good morning, everybody. It is day 2 of Vlogmas, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I am a little bit anxious this morning. I'm a little bit stressed out. I'm also making myself some peanut butter oatmeal, which is what's going on sort of below the camera here. So as you saw at the end of yesterday's vlog, I did what is an increasingly common thing for me to do, which is I got very suddenly tired at about 8:45 p.m. and I fell asleep on the couch until like midnight, and then I got up and went to bed. So this morning I was, still a little bit disappointed about how that went. I did my morning reading, so I sort of hinted at this yesterday, but I am trying to do a section, not even a chapter, but just a section of my book first thing in the morning, and then another section right before I go to bed. And the section today was only like 3 pages, but even so, it took me forever because I just could not focus because I think I was already a little stressed out. And so it took me a while to kind of get started this morning. And now I find myself with only about half an hour before I have to leave for church. And I haven't had breakfast yet, which is why I'm making oatmeal. I haven't combed my hair yet. I haven't done anything that I wanted to do before I left for church. And it's a long day, actually, because after church we have our Christian education, which usually goes for about an hour. And then after that, at 1, we have our Advent afternoon, which is like a crafting day, and that's supposed to go till 3. So by the time I get home, I want to run to the grocery store real fast. So by the time I get home, it's going to be, because it's winter, almost dark outside, and I still have so many things that I need to do. I have 2 different meeting minutes that I need to edit and throw together, and I have lessons to plan for tomorrow, and just, all the various lists of things, editing yesterday's video. And I just think I was very aware of the fact that even just the baseline things that I need to do are going to take me right up until I usually hit that exhaustion point at 8:45, including cooking. So yeah, I'm already a little stressed out, and it's only 8:45 in the morning. But something I'm trying to remind myself of, and sorry, I have the microwave going now. I'm trying to remind myself, I have lots of Christmassy stuff to enjoy as well. So opening my Advent calendar and the tea Advent calendar in the other room, reading the Christmas mystery, which is what Florence and I read every year during Advent. People's Vlogmas videos are going to start going up, and I can put those on in the background to motivate me while I work. Yeah, so there's good things as well. I'm also trying to remind myself, if I don't feel like going to Christian education and the kids aren't there for Sunday school, I can just go and come back for Advent afternoon, or I don't have to stay till 3. I usually want to stay till 3 because I know that we are such a small group. There are so few people who are probably going to stay for cleanup, and so I feel weird piecing out early, but I didn't sign up to stay for cleanup, so it would just be an act of kindness on my part. And also our council president is one of the people running the event, and if I say to her I have 2 minutes for Tuesday's meeting to finalize and I need to go home and do that, she'll be like, oh, of course. So yeah, trying to remind myself there are places where I can cut here, and it may be that I didn't do the responsibilities of the day to the fullest extent, but like that's okay if I'm already feeling like it's gonna be too much. I am back home. I actually ended up not going to our church's Advent afternoon. I came home for a little bit in between church, like our Christian education time, and the time that was supposed to be for Advent afternoon. And during that time, there was some stuff that came up that took precedence, and I had to deal with that instead. So by the time I got done with all of that, the event was half over. And I knew I didn't want to go all the way over to church for just an hour when I knew I had errands to run after that. So instead I just skipped straight to those errands, and you saw these things in the footage that I just put up, but I thought I would show you some of the things that I got. I also got some groceries and, produce and things like that. But the first place I went to is Butler's Orchard, which is a little farm orchard not too far from where I live. And I got some garlic and some carrots there. But the main thing I got is what is in this box. So you can see it says Hello Winter. It is an adorable box. And what is in it is a travel mug with the same pattern. This is actually what I was at the orchard for, at the farm store for, because I remembered a couple of years ago I got a really, really cute travel mug at that same farm market. And I had a travel mug that I got from Target a few years ago, but I ended up getting rid of it. It sort of reached the end of its lifetime. So I was in the market for a new travel mug, and this one is bigger than the one that I had, and super, super cute. And it comes with this box that I could put items in. When I went to the grocery store after that, I was planning to get just groceries for dinner tonight, but I again went to the specific grocery store that I went to, not just because it's right around the corner from the orchard, but also because they usually have chocolate advent calendars there, and I haven't seen those at any other grocery store. They usually have smaller and cheaper ones than this, but the only one I could find was this one. So this one has Lindt chocolate in it, so actually decent chocolate for an advent calendar, and it's bigger than my head. So that's really fun, and now I have a chocolate advent calendar, which is, not something that I grew up with. It's low on the list of Christmas priorities, but it's usually fun to have. Before we settle in and get cozy, I thought we could see what my Advent tea for today is. Now, I told the person who's doing these, after all of those experiences with those sickly sweet teas, that I didn't want any fruit teas, and I didn't want any teas that were too sweet. So let's see what I got. I'm gonna have to put you guys down probably. Okay, so this is day one. Day one, it comes in this cute little wrapping paper. And, oh, okay. So this is exactly the kind of tea that I tend to really like. It's a Famous Teas Royal Blend. I know that the print is flipped. I guess I'll figure out how to change that by the end of Vlogmas. But this seems like a really solid black tea, the exact kind of tea that I prefer to drink. So she's doing a really good job so far with her choices. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make this tea and probably light my Advent candle and get out my Christmas chocolate from my Advent calendar and see if I can knock some stuff off my to-do list. Probably what I'm going to be doing for the next hour or so is not really very aesthetic for the vlog, so I don't know how much I'll film. I don't think you guys are really interested in watching me edit meeting minutes or do lesson plans. Or edit the vlog footage from yesterday. But that's most of what I'm probably going to do. And if there is anything to record, I will do that. And if not, I'll see you around dinner time. to you from the couch as I'm getting ready to edit the video that you are currently watching. And I just wanted to take a moment, as you've all now seen the first day of Vlogmas, to say that if I ever underestimated what a huge amount of work making YouTube videos is, like, I can understand suddenly why people like do this for a living. Like, people say, oh, YouTube, it couldn't possibly be a full-time job. Those people aren't doing anything. Guys, the video that I posted yesterday was about 28 minutes long. I was editing that thing for hours. And I'm not even like going for professionalism. Like, I'm cobbling this together in a very haphazard way. But it took me like 2 hours to edit that. And then my computer exported it at the pace of a snail. So that was like another hour and 15 minutes. And then I had to do the thumbnail and I had to upload it, and that took even longer. And it was like midnight by the time I was done. So yeah, I mean, kudos to you if you do this kind of thing for a living, because I could not, and I would not expect a lot of videos like that for the Vlogmas ahead, just so you know. All right, everybody, I'll see you tomorrow.